Alright, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is When 200 IQ Lawyers Destroy Corrupt Cops. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into this immediately. Come from the channel Dr. Insanity.
In most arrests, the suspect doesn't know their rights, with some corrupt cops who decide to abuse this. But what happens when cops encounter 200 IQ lawyers who know the law better than they do?
I asked to search the vehicle to verify what you're saying is true. You don't mind?
I do
No.
mind.
And this is just one of 5 examples when lawyers encounter and destroy corrupt cops,
let's go.
starting with possibly the most humiliating of them all.
Hey, bro.
Hi, how are you?
How long ago did you get in a crash?
Here?
Okay. The reason I pulled you, you can't have white light emitting back.
What do you mean?
Your tag lights, they're supposed to illuminate your tag. Those 2 white lights, all they're doing is shooting straight back. You can't have any white light limiting them back.
So far, this cop's reason for the stop is valid.
It's fair.
In the state
Yeah,
of
it's
Florida, the tag lights are used only for the purpose of illuminating the tag, and it's considered a traffic violation if they were instead shooting white light.
And the reason why, obviously, the cop asks him how long has it been since you've gotten into a car accident. Most likely the back of his vehicle is damaged. And of course, it damaged the tag light, right? So it's not pointing up. So yeah, it's a valid excuse, guys, to pull him over. Absolutely valid. Yeah, you should have gotten that fixed, bro.
The officer hasn't necessarily done anything wrong yet, but that would change in a matter of seconds.
You
Okay.
can still weapons holder, any weapons in the vehicle I need to be aware of? Nope, nothing illegal in the car. Alright, so after I'm done, if I ask to search the vehicle to verify what you're saying is true, you don't mind?
Yeah, I mind.
But who might be the lawyer?
You always mind.
So you know it consented, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So you have nothing in the vehicle?
I have absolutely nothing in the vehicle.
Okay. And you don't mind confirming that by allowing us to look and make sure there's nothing in the vehicle? As you
He
can
already
imagine, we
answered.
hear no all the time as they have nothing and we find stuff.
I'd rather not search people.
Okay, cool. Just
Yeah. Always. Under all circumstances, yeah, do that. Say no to that. That's crazy.
hang tight, bro, okay?
Even though the officer attempted to trick his way to search the car, this lawyer knows exactly what's going on and refuses the search request. Police officers need to have a probable cause in order to search the car, which the cop didn't have, so he attempted to manipulate the lawyer and get his consent. Oftentimes, when being pulled over by a police officer, people believe that they need to answer every question and agree to every condition. But even after you've been detained, you have the right to remain silent and refuse to answer questions. But if you handle the situation as gracefully as this lawyer did, you won't ever have to deal with a series of trick questions.
Yeah, but guys, invoking the fifth specifically at that time, more than likely you're going to go to jail no matter what, right? But if they're asking you specifically, if the question is, do you mind if I? Yeah, I mind. Not searching my vehicle under any circumstance.
Alright, Nicholas. So 1, you gotta get that fixed, those white lights in the back. Okay? If you keep getting pulled like that, you're gonna get tickets non-stop.
Yeah, he should have
You
a
understand
ticket.
that
You
border?
should have a ticket for that.
Take that border off. Understand that?
When we get home. Okay.
Fix that address. Just giving you a warning board. Appreciate it, bro.
The officer realizes he's not getting his way with this lawyer, so he sends him on his way, and things end peacefully. In this next case, however, the situation becomes much more aggressive as this lawyer tries to protect his rights.
I don't have to, by law. I have the Fifth Amendment right.
This district attorney was calmly sitting in his truck, waiting to inspect someone's roof when he was approached
Wait, he's a district attorney
by the police.
How's it going, man?
and a roofer?
You live over here, or what you
Okay.
doing over here? I've had a couple people call in on you.
Something illegal?
Well, no, they're just calling on you saying that I recognize a truck in the area.
Okay.
My duty to check and see if you live over here or what's going on.
I'm over here. I'm here for a purpose.
Okay. All right. You working? You see you got a ladder in the back. You working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
The situation starts out civil, but it quickly escalates as the officer asks the lawyer for his identification.
You got
He's not driving.
I can identify you.
Have I done something illegal?
Well, I like to identify you, just know who I'm dealing with. Make sure.
What's the right? Then show it.
Well, if I'm making contact with you for a reasonable suspicion call,
Yeah, but that's your.
like I am right now,
Being suspicious is a misdemeanor and felony.
I don't know if you belong over here. You said you don't, so I don't know if someone over here's got a VPO or something against you, and if you got your ID
Did
or
I say
something.
I didn't belong over here?
You said you had purpose.
I don't live over here.
Okay.
Okay. I do belong.
Okay. All right.
So that's as far as I'm willing to take it.
Okay.
So you're not willing to give me your ID?
I don't have any reason to.
Okay.
The lawyer does not have to show his ID
He's right.
unless he is stopped on suspicion of a crime or traffic violation. Sitting in his parked truck does not
It's parked.
fall into either category.
Right, he's definitely parked. So here's the thing. Like, if you were in my neighborhood and I was just completely confused with why this random car was sitting down there, and there were some break-ins recently, I definitely would have called the police also. Now, it is, in fact, the guy's right to not give his ID. Obviously, they're going to come up and they're going to question him about why he's actually here, right? Again, just in case this was a place that recently had break-ins. I do like the fact that they're doing this, but the issue here is he's not driving, right? So you can't really just like take his ID, and he's right. I mean, is the concept of suspicion a misdemeanor or is it a felony, right? I mean, it's up to generally the police officer to figure out if he is actually here for nefarious purposes. He's here with a ladder, okay. Let's maybe speak to the person who called or some of the houses that are surrounding. Maybe he's here doing work, guys.
So if you don't
run his tag.
If you're not from here, I'm not sure if you are or not, because I don't know who you are. Okay.
My plate's right back there. I'm sure you can run it.
Yeah, okay. So is that how you want me to identify you through your plate?
If that's what you have.
Are you the owner of the vehicle?
Do you suspect that I'm not?
I have no reason to believe you are.
Okay.
Well,
to be honest, it's your duty then, because I mean, I'm sure when you pull up his license plate, you'll find a photo of him also, and it's your duty to specifically investigate the incident, right? Is it his duty to help you with it? Not really. To be honest, I mean, if we're going off of constitutional rights and things, no, it's not his duty. People just generally give away their rights.
Sitting in a truck in front of the house, waiting.
For what?
Right here.
Okay.
That's none of your business.
It is my business.
Not really.
Why is it your business?
Because I want to make sure you're not going to break into these houses or anything like that.
That's valid.
I don't know. You have a ladder. You have a ladder.
Now the cop is starting to get more aggressive. You can tell that he's upset that the man won't listen to him. Sometimes cops just expect everyone to do what they say without question, but this lawyer is not about to let that happen.
You already ran my place.
They
gave you the information that you needed. You can ask them to go ahead and run me through NCIC or...
Do you have a date of birth then? Because I have to run it with a name and date of birth.
I'm not going to answer that question.
So you're telling me how I should do my job, yet you're not allowing me to do my job.
I'm standing up for my rights.
And I understand that, like I said.
No, you don't. You don't understand that at all. This also feels like a lawsuit.
But
anything wrong.
I'm doing my job, conducting an investigation.
I haven't committed a
Like
crime.
if I was him, that guy would be paying my my pension.
Perfectly legal.
No doubt.
Well, you're not completely on the roadway there, sir.
Okay, has anybody asked me to move?
Do they have to ask you to move? It's private property?
Okay, but there's also a public easement right here.
Oh, it's a public, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so it's a public easement?
No, the side
what?
of the road.
Oh, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so therefore make a city easement of city road, right?
What are you trying to accomplish?
What I'm trying to...
He's trying to pin you to the wall.
The cop is getting more and more ridiculous. He's obviously just trying to find any excuse to charge the man with something just because he is annoyed with him. And if that isn't scary enough, it starts to get worse.
I haven't done anything illegal.
Okay.
You understand that by not identifying yourself appropriately as requested by the officer is illegal?
Not in this instance. Not in this specific instance. It's not. Oh, God, guys. Is he new? Is he new here? Or is he just used to just trampling over people's rights? It's one of the two here. Either he's new here or he's just completely used to trampling over our rights.
Obstruction.
It's one of the two. It's not both. It can be both.
I have to be, for you to ID me in the state of Oklahoma, okay, I have to be suspected of committing a crime.
He's in Oklahoma?
Well,
Let this man go.
you're trespassing.
Somebody has called in that you're suspicious. Shut up. Somebody has called in.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you what I want to tell you.
Oh, yeah, you pay my retirement.
Here's the deal. Somebody called us in. I don't care how old you are.
You're not going to sit
Well, now you kind of have his birth year at least.
there and tell me to shut up.
It's insane that the officers are being so unprofessional.
petty.
They just can't accept that the lawyer is beating them at their own game. He refuses to back down no matter what they tell him, until finally one of the cops calls another attorney for help.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. Sorry to bother you. I got a random question for you, though. I'm dealing with something right now.
Yeah.
So I got called out to an address for a suspicious vehicle, and gentleman's parked in a black pickup. He's from Oklahoma City, but he won't give me his name and tells me he doesn't have to give me a driver's license because he's not done anything wrong.
He doesn't have to.
Well, he's parked right now.
Well, technically, there's no obligation for him to
Here we go.
himself. I mean,
He's not driving.
unless you've got reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime. There's no compelled ID statute in Oklahoma. I have to think about.
Yeah, specifically Oklahoma, guys.
He might be involved in something illicit.
He asked if he was free to leave, and I said, no, at this time, I have my emergency equipment activated, and I'm trying to investigate.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to drive away, absolutely. But there's enough you can be, you can have, or he's driving he's operating a motor vehicle, but you don't have a traffic violation at that point.
Well, I follow him out of town until I get one.
What happened? You'll follow him out of town. So, oh my God. Okay, this is getting absolutely crazy. Hopefully, this guy saw this video. To be honest, hopefully he pulled the records, because I would have literally in this exact scenario, seeing how the cop was, I would have wanted to know what exactly he was talking about in the car. Right, so I would have definitely asked for this specific body camera information, and then pressed charges.
Even after getting confirmation that he was
100%.
wrong and there's no law requiring the lawyer to identify himself in this situation, the cop is so petty that he's willing to follow him out of town until he commits a traffic violation. Unfortunately, things continue to escalate even more when the chief of police arrives at the scene.
Voice of reason.
He hasn't violated really a crime. That's a problem.
Are you investigating a crime? Or possible crime?
Oh, he's corrupt.
Possibly.
Okay, he's obstructing an officer from doing his duty, right?
What?
The officers have a legal right to make contact with you based on call.
Well, okay,
Now,
that's fair.
I'm not here to
Contact is fair.
listen to you. I'm here to tell you what's going on.
Oh,
Okay, I don't care
he's here to cop-splain to you, bro.
if you record me. Okay?
We've all got cameras
I
on.
don't
This isn't
care.
the problem.
Okay, you're obstructing an officer from doing his duty, so now you're under arrest, unless you want to cooperate. Okay? That's the way it goes. Have a nice day.
But
Right.
all I'm trying to do, man, if you're PI, no big deal. We'll get out of here. We gotta confirm who you are. Make sure.
Okay, but, I mean, why do I have to answer questions? I'm here for a legal
They're here
reason.
doing an investigation and you're obstructing them.
Wow. Is that what's happening?
Can I get your date of birth?
Answer the question.
You're failing to identify yourself.
By law.
You
I
are
have the
failing-
Fifth Amendment right.
You are failing to identify yourself.
Question.
Put him in handcuffs.
What law have I done?
Turn around, try right back for a second. You need place investigative detention, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm suing.
To that neighbor right there. He has the garage door to let me into the house so I
Here
can
we
get a
go.
photograph of the inside of that garage door.
That's all you had to say from the beginning, man.
He didn't have to tell you that.
Don't you guys understand what my rights are?
Nobody said you have to tell us that. What we said is that
You're
you
saying
have to
that.
identify yourself. You do have to identify yourself.
As soon as he said exactly why he was here, this guy here, right here, this cop said, that's all you had to say. He didn't have to tell you that at all. And now the other cop is saying, no one said you had to say that. He just did. He just did. Oh my God.
That what we said is that you have to identify yourself. You do have to identify yourself. Trespassing. That's number one.
On a public road?
Peeping Tom for all we know.
You're just
Okay,
making things
for all
up.
we know. That's right. And in doing that, we have to identify you. Yeah, we do.
No. You
We
didn't
do.
ask for my identification. I am not legally required to give it to you.
Except that you are.
No, I'm not.
Yet he's not. He's in
Shortly after
Oklahoma.
this, the lawyer was released and no charges were brought against him.
He
It
better
is
have
only
sued.
because of his clear knowledge of his rights that he was able to get out of this position without being arrested. But in this
Shake
next
your hand.
case,
Bro, did you shake that man's hand? Why? They just openly try to violate your rights back to back to back to back. Listen, we aren't friends. I'm going to sue you. That's how that goes. Unless he shook his hand being like, thank you for paying for my retirement.
the lawyer even has to go up against other attorneys to make sure that his client is protected. After being charged with a DUI, this individual decided to fight against it in court. As his defense attorney prepared to handle this case in court, the prosecution questioned an officer involved in the case.
Would you estimate how many DUI stops or investigations you've been a part of since being with Radcliffe, at least?
Approximately 25.
Okay, just over the past year or so that
Yes,
you've been. All right. Now, did you have specialized training in DUI investigations?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
just what they have at the DOC.
At the academy, though.
Yes, just the
All right.
2 weeks of DUI training.
Combining the simple questions with the officer's ability to answer them so easily, the whole situation starts to seem incredibly suspicious. Witnesses aren't typically this fluent and relaxed, which makes the defense approach this cross-examination in a very direct manner.
Officer Sutherland, did you, prior to your testimony, which began at approximately 3:10 p.m., have you had any conversation with the prosecutor?
Excuse me.
Exactly.
I can't see the witness.
The prosecution quickly asks defense attorney Larry Foreman to move the podium right as he asks if the officer had talked to the prosecution beforehand. Though this could be a genuine request, it could also be an attempt at throwing Foreman off by interrupting his hard-hitting question.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Have you had any conversation with the prosecutor?
Yes, I have had conversation, and he made it very clear that we are not to discuss anything that was happening in here.
He doesn't let their request deter him, though, as he repeats the question incredibly slowly to show just how serious he is about this matter. The fact that the officer felt the need to clarify that, though she had spoken with the prosecution earlier, they hadn't discussed the trial is a major mistake on her part, as all it's going to do now is make Foreman even more suspicious, which is exactly what it does.
While you're outside, how many additional police cruisers arrived on scene?
I don't recall any other cruisers
I
that
don't
were on
recall.
the scene.
I bet.
I've looked at our dispatch calls for service logs. I didn't see anybody else call out there, and we have a very strict policy. If your boots hit the ground, radio better know where you're at. And I don't recall anybody else calling out there. I don't remember seeing any other vehicles in the
I don't remember seeing. Okay. I don't recall.
area.
So it is your testimony to these, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today, that there were only 2 police cruisers at 1204 West Lincoln Trail Boulevard at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, that's
Thank you.
do not recall any other vehicles out there.
And keep in mind, guys, she's just saying this because she's lying. And the issue here is that she's saying she doesn't recall, so she cannot be tried for basically lying, guys. It's a common ploy.
In the morning.
Yes, that's
Thank you.
do not recall any
They're definitely in
other vehicles out
collusion.
there.
While being questioned by the prosecution, this officer was able to remember a majority of the details that they asked them to provide. But suddenly, when the defense approaches and starts to ask for specifics, the officer cannot recall them. She continuously uses the word recall to ensure that if it is revealed that she isn't telling the truth about something, she can simply state that she didn't recall that. It's a flimsy mechanism, but she might believe that this ensures her safety in case the prosecution's case completely falls apart, which is exactly what Foreman is trying to do here.
I would like to discuss very briefly, you have followed Lieutenant McLeod's SUV as he was leaving, correct? No. You were not at the scene where the field sobriety tests were conducted by Mr. Symington.
Shut up after. It was, I don't know the exact time, but I stayed behind while he left, and I had heard his location on the radio, so shortly after he had began his traffic stop, I had headed in his direction.
Did you talk to anyone on scene?
Let's see, I think there were some passengers, but I don't remember what our conversation was.
You don't recall ever saying to one individual, this is bullshit, pardon my language, he should fight this, meaning he, Mr. Symington?
No, at no point in time did I say that.
That's all the questions I have, Judge.
As the cross-examination comes to a close, Foreman makes sure not to give the court too much information at this time. He doesn't try to dispute her claim that she never made those remarks, as he doesn't need to at this point in time. All he does is present that specific statement to the jury so that it remains in their heads while he continues to build up to his final bit of evidence. While the conclusion to this case is not documented, Foreman has publicly stated that they emerged victorious here. While the previous cases dealt with somewhat reasonable interactions between lawyers and police officers, the case of Beatrice Bijou involved cops dealing with a completely insane attorney.
I can try and kill you.
That's not going to go well.
Yes, it will go well.
Bijou's was arrested on February 22nd, 2022, after running over 4 individuals with her car. But when the police started interrogating her, she surprised them with her overwhelming confession.
Okay.
What are my charges?
Probably 4 counts of aggravated battery and another count of aggravated assault.
Okay. I'm tempted to that woman.
Well, conferred with the state attorney and they don't want to charge attempted right now. But if you're adamant, you know, you can always explain that to your defense attorney, but I'm sure they're going to.
No, I want the attempted charge.
You want the attempted murder charge?
Yeah, because
She's crazy. She's crazy. And you're a lawyer? And you're talking like this in this scenario while you know you're being you're talking like you're a lawyer. Okay. All right.
No, I want the attempted charge.
You want the attempted murder charge?
Yeah, because I tried to kill her.
Watch. We are documenting.
And I would like to walk out of here right now.
That's not how that works.
The two don't go hand in hand. Okay.
What?
You can't try to kill people and just walk free.
Right.
So we fed you lunch.
I can try and kill you.
That's yeah. He says
it's not going to go well.
Yes.
Right. No. It won't. You will be handled. All right. I mean, I don't know where the strength is going to come from here, but this is a bad thing to say in the situation you're currently in.
So we fed you lunch.
I can try and kill you.
That's not going to go well.
Yes. I'm going to kill as many people as I can.
You can already tell from the first interaction that there's something else going on with Beatrice. Threatening to an officer and as many people as she could is not something a regular suspect would say, let alone an attorney. The detective manages to calm her down by offering to charge her with an attempted, then proceeds to try and figure out what is going on.
Calm her down.
We've had a big day today. One of the things that worried me is someone said that you heard voices. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I've been hearing voices telling me to kill myself and to kill other people. I have a gun at my parents' house right now.
Okay.
And my brother took it away.
Okay.
He put it in his safe.
Okay.
I wouldn't even want you in my house.
I've been trying to kill myself for quite some time. I moved
But you haven't. So stop talking about it.
to Texas, and I tried to kill myself in Texas, and it didn't work. I tried to shoot myself, and the gun didn't go off.
Right.
Okay.
And then I tried to do it again
How long ago was that?
last year, around April 2021.
The fact that Bijous feels the need to turn herself in and express just how unstable she is right now to law enforcement shows that, thankfully, she's not too far gone, as she...
Right. She's just literally screaming as loudly as humanly possible for someone to help her with whatever is mentally ailing her. I definitely prefer for her to get that help immediately. I think that'll probably be best. Or just never be around the public again. That'll also be very good. I'd put her in a box, guys.
She continues,
and I mean a cell, not like a box in the ground, because that's what she wants apparently. No, I'd put her specifically in a cell.
To tell her story, it becomes even more clear just how badly Bijous needs help.
I got diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia.
Okay. When was that diagnosis?
2019.
Okay.
And it ruined my life.
Okay.
I've been in and out of mental institutions.
Okay.
I think this is last year was the fourth one, and they locked me up for an extended period of time.
Okay.
Where are they going to take me after this?
All right. Okay. So that helps me understand a little bit more, because initially she's just talking all types of craziness, and I don't, okay, right. But with understanding that she's being diagnosed with multiple things, okay, I'm slightly more, not very much more, but I'm slightly more understanding, at least with her plight here. But she did harm 4 people with her Kia, guys. All right. So I don't know if I care that much inherently. But either way.
Locked me up for an extended period of time. Where are they going to take me after this?
Jail.
I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I'm really not sure. Okay?
I want to take my own life right now.
Oh, that's not good. I would like to talk to you, but like I said, when you...
Can I speak to a doctor?
We're probably going to get you a doctor to talk to.
Well, is she trying to get like an insanity plea or something?
At least to start with.
The fact that Bijous is taking the initiative to get treated for these illnesses is interesting at this point, as she continues to show how she's completely willing to cooperate with law enforcement. After spending a long stretch of time trying to make Bijous feel comfortable so that they can continue to hear what she has to say, the investigator starts to get a better understanding of her state of mind.
The voices told me to do something to my little niece this morning.
Jesus Christ. Listen, please, who's the next one?
Did you?
Good. I didn't touch her.
Good. Now, you have control over it. You got to keep control over it. I don't know what all the answers are. This is, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know what all the answers are, but those are the people that can help you at least get to some semblance of normalcy.
Yeah, I thought about my little niece.
You know? How do you want to do that?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay. We don't have to talk.
But you want to talk about everything else, though, right? How is this a 200 IQ lawyer? This is like a 3 IQ lawyer, guys. All right. Lawyers don't act like this. Okay. What's happening here?
Most likely by drowning.
Her sudden change from
your niece
not wanting to talk about her thoughts of her niece and then immediately providing him with an explanation on how she would have gone through with it could be a cause for concern, as if she cannot control her own mind here. After the interrogation slowly dies down and the investigator feels content with the amount of information he's received, he leaves and Bijous is then transported to the local prison. Beatrice was later charged with attempted first-degree aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and fleeing police. She pleaded not guilty to these charges and was later found not guilty by way of insanity. She was
wait, hold on. This could have been that. Like, she's literally going for the insanity plea. That could be the case here. I'm sorry. Listen, this one person, there's obviously potentially, allegedly something going on in her head. Okay, that's what caused her to do these things. But I'm sorry, this is not justice for the people that she tried to absolutely delete. I'm sorry, it's not. Not guilty? Insanity? Bro, come on, stop playing. Stop playing with me. Guys. No.
She pleaded not guilty to these charges and was later found not guilty by way of insanity. She was committed to a mental health institution for treatment. While all previous cases ended peacefully, the final case of Claire Hall takes a violent twist and shows what happens when a lawyer thinks she's a lot smarter than she actually is.
Stop!
Attorney Hall arrived on the scene of an accident she wasn't even involved in and immediately started interfering with the cops' investigation.
Yeah, the key's stuck. Okay. It's broken.
Are you gonna, so you think he's gonna be taken to the scene or will he just...
Are you...
I'm not, no, I'm on the phone with his father.
Yeah, something like that. How many cars are involved right now?
Not mine. That's mine.
All right, we need to get that off the road. All right, can we get that into the parking lot? We'll take care of him.
I'm just trying to tell his father. So,
well, we're in the middle of the highway. All right, can you move your car, please? Thank you. My man, is your car drivable? Yes. All right, we're going to get it off to the side of the road, all right?
All I'm saying is I can leave. I just want to tell his father.
You don't have to leave. Just move your car.
Though she is trying to communicate with the teenager's father about the incident, she is interrupting the officers while they are trying to make sure that they handled this situation correctly.
Like 16, 17, or 18?
It
depends.
Officers become frustrated with her constant interjections and decide that they cannot continue to be patient with her.
Is that your mom? No.
You want to touch his father here?
I'm working. Can you please go sit in your car? You have nothing to do with this.
His father.
I understand.
I'm an attorney.
He's a minor.
You need to tell me. Is he going to be here?
I don't need to tell you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car. Do you understand me? I'm not kidding you.
You are kidding.
You are impeding an investigation right now, and you're really bothering me. Go sit in your car. I will talk to him in a minute. Get in your car now.
Tell him. Take it. No, you do not touch me. Oh my God! Stop!
What are you doing?
Oh my God! Stop it! Are you kidding me?
Knock it off.
You will be.
Knock it off.
Whatever charges that she gets, they're going to be completely dismissed. 100%.
Get your hands off me right now. Get your hands off.
100%.
Yes.
Yes,
I do.
Oh my God!
Stop. Stop.
No, I'm not stopping.
While many individuals may consider this officer's actions unnecessarily hasty, he gave Hall multiple opportunities to remove herself from the situation and even told her that he was going to arrest her if she didn't do so.
Right, he did all of these things. Absolutely. No complaints in how he spoke his commands, but any charges that she gets are going to be dismissed.
But unfortunately, she doesn't, and ends up having to face the consequences of her actions.
It's recording. I'm wearing a body cam.
Yeah, but yeah, we get it. The cops are in fact wearing body cams. That's amazing, right? But the level of trouble sometimes you have to go through to actually get that footage is high. That's why people record because they don't have to go through those loopholes.
You recorded it.
It's recording.
Record it.
I'm wearing a body cam.
Record it. I understand, but why am I under arrest?
Because you weren't listening to anything we were saying.
Oh my God.
What is she being charged with?
Please.
Take a breather.
No, you don't take a breather. I'm fine.
I'm not being here at all.
I just want to my heart.
We're gonna go ahead and guess
How about you
obstruction. Stop resisting. Resisting without violence.
Let's put you in handcuffs.
My shoulder is
Then-
dislocated and you're making it worse.
Well, rescue
Can I
can
please? Yeah. Oh my God.
Sit up.
Can you please call Bob Barber?
Sit up.
Call Bob Barber right now. I cannot believe you. Take this fucking off me right
Okay,
now.
50. I have one in custody,
Oh my
disorderly
God.
and resisting.
Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Stop.
No.
Stop talking.
No. No. This is so ridiculous. I cannot even believe this. Oh my God.
Go put her in my car.
I just wanted to know. I could tell his father if he's going to the hospital. I'm not even involved in this. I can't believe this.
That was our point the whole time.
I cannot believe this.
After calming down, Hall was escorted to the prisoner area of Patrol Unit 453 where she was secured. Hall was later charged with disorderly conduct, obstructing an officer, and resisting arrest. She has since filed a lawsuit against the police department.
Yeah, 100%. I would have done the same.
And alleging several violations, including assault, battery, civil rights violation, and police brutality.
Yeah.
Enjoy true crime?
Yeah. All of that. Like, I get it, right? You had to control the situation for the time. I get it. I get why you did it, right? But yeah, you guys, that one is, yeah. There were two of these situations definitely deserve lawsuits. This last one here, 100%. Like, I mean, the lawsuit was coming. I'm sure you guys smelt it, right? Hopefully, right? Hopefully you smelt it, because I smelt it. And this one here, the guy outside the in this truck, yeah, those two, bro. What is this? Like, these cops give cops bad names. Like, you don't know why cops are looked at, other than obviously anyone that's generally in any type of manufactured power, let's say. They are not ever really looked at very well, guys, in the first place, right? I mean, that's just kind of how that is, right? But if you want to know why some cops are absolutely looked at terribly, watch this video. I would say, yeah, that's what this. Oh yeah. Whew. But all right, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.